Very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you. It is the spillover of their same, should I say, terror effects that we are feeling right across the South. That was why we said with the launch of ESN that we cannot allow that nonsense to continue. They know they are not going to make any headway in the East. They have turned their attention to the West. They are forcibly occupying their land and telling them that they cannot do anything about it. A whole presidency in a country openly and brazenly supporting terrorists. All of you watching and listening all over the world, you know that Miyetti Allah is a terrorist organization. You know that. They have killed. They have said that Benue State is theirs for the taking as a spoil of war. All of you are aware of it. You know what they are doing. Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware.
A political activist have declared, in fact, he said it publicly, that he was supposed to appear before 2 courts on the same day. Guys, he has drawn attention with that statement after he revealed that he was scheduled to appear before 2 different courts on the same day, a situation he described as evidence of what he believed is political persecution. So this is coming from Sowore. Guys, the first appearance was at the Kuje Magistrate Court in Abuja. This is happening right inside Abuja. For those of you that are in Abuja, you don't know what's happening there. There, he stood before the judge. In fact, he stood trial alongside 13 others over a protest demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Guys, if I haven't told you that Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison, remember, he was sentenced to life imprisonment. So Sowore is, doing protest. He organized a protest demanding that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. So right now, he has been summoned in court. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that is IPOP, commonly known as IPOP. Let me say that again. So the activists claim that he and others have been persecuted because they publicly called for Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. So, according to him, he was like, is he even supposed to be called to come appear before the court? All because they publicly demanded that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Supporters of this movement argues that a peaceful protest and demand for the release of the detainees protected democratic rights, that is by the law. Critics, however, still insist that legal process should be respected and that courts, not protests, should determine such matters. So even if they are arranging protests, it doesn't mean that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But that was only in the beginning of the day's legal drama. All these things are happening all because Sowore demands Nnamdi Kanu's release. So later the same day, the activist was expected to appear before Justice M.J. Omar, that is a lawyer, a judge at a federal high court for another case. According to him, the persecution is linked to statement he made about President Bola Tinubu. That's 2 charges as it stands. About Nnamdi Kanu's, that's the first one, Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. And the second appearance in court is about the statements Sowore made towards Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The activist alleges that the charges are politically motivated and intended to silence him, silence the defending voice, that dissenting voices. So he argues that his criticism of government officials falls within the boundaries of free speech and political expression. So for the judge to be calling you out to appear before the courts, that simply means to Sowore that they don't want him to speak. And they are trying to silence every other person trying to speak up politically, and also, they are trying to set boundaries. Freedom of speech will be limited, something like that. And that was what he was arguing about. So the government and the judicial authorities, however, have constantly maintained that legal proceedings are conducted according to the law and is not conducted by any protest, and that no individual is above the law. Accountability. No individual is above the law's accountability. So from their perspective, court case are matters for the judiciary to decide based on evidences and legal arguments. So you don't just decide case on your own as an individual. That is what the court is saying. But what do you guys think about this? Do you really think that Sowore have the right to defend himself? Oh, not defending himself. He has the right. Do you think he has the right to call for Nnamdi Kanu's freedom after he has been sentenced to, how many? That's life imprisonment. And secondly, do you think he is free to talk politically about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do you think? What do you guys think about it? So the activist statement says, quickly got attention on social media. It quickly got attention of people, where supporters portrayed him as symbol of resistance against what they describe as shrinking democratic space. Guys, other people still disagree, arguing that the public figures must take responsibilities for their statements and their actions when they cross legal boundaries. Of course, not everybody is going to be on your side. So for those of them who doesn't believe in what Sowore is doing, they don't stand on his side. Many observers still say what they think. Today's event highlights the increasing tensions between the activists and state institutions. So they also underscore the role court play in resolving disputes that often carry significant political implications. Guys, after proceedings continue in both courts, the final outcome remains uncertain because the court case is not over. And for him to be able to defend himself in the court simply means he's ready for whatever is going to come out of this matter. So, what is clear, however, is that today's event have added another chapter to what all these stories and ongoing debate has about freedom of speech, political positions, judicial independence, and the limit of activism. So in a democratic society, I'm just going to keep you guys updated on latest news and informations happening around the world. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, stay tuned for more news, and share this video to others. Come back for more.